Ah, hello there. About time you guys showed up. I clicked on the meeting stone a long time ago. This is Alien Guy of the House of Guy. Hello, person. And we are going to go run through classic Deadmines. Because Deadmines definitely changed in the more recent WoW. So with classic coming out, you guys might not know exactly how to go through it. For one thing, get your group together at the meeting stone, because you can't just run into the instance like you can in current WoW. Ah, the battered chests. Bonus points. Nothing worth looting. I'll just leave that for the next guy. Alright, so you all probably know how to get through these mines. But did you know that back in vanilla, most of these guys were elites? Yes, getting to the instance is part of the instance. I think I stabbed me for 45, 45. And he missed. Now clearly, I have a lot more health than that. But a level 15 is not. You're gonna have maybe like 400 or 500 tops. This guy hits you for a fifth of your health each time. You need your group together before you even get to this point. Nope. You will not interrupt me. Also, there's this cool red Defias mask if you're a rogue. You can get it. Now see, the little workers, they are nothing. But all of the conjurers, all of the henchmen, all of them, they are all elites. So let's drop down here. Look, you drop down. Oh yeah, I can go faster. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16s that are gonna pull. Oh yay, fun. Got lots of copper veins. That's good. Also, those quests that happen in here, like the quest to get a bunch of, I think they're mining tokens or something? Miner badges, that's it. They are actually, it's actually a pretty hard quest if you don't have, like, a group to come through. But if your group doesn't want to go do it, don't try to run off and do it yourself. You will pull most of this tunnel and you all will die. Also, occasionally a chest spawns here. Didn't actually know about this chest. I've never seen this chest. And for good reason. Like this guy, he's an elite. This guy down here is an elite. They will spawn an elite fire beast, who, by the way, is an elite. So get your group together at the meeting stone before you try to run into this dungeon. Because you'll need it. At this point, you might, although there's 2 sneaky stabs there that are elites. If you sacrifice one member, the rest of you might be able to run in. It depends on how you want to do that. Alright, now we are actually in the instance to begin. All of these guys will pull. Those guys are elites. They will hurt you. That person's an elite. She will hurt you. Especially because all 3 of them can pull at the same time. 3 fire-throwing elites. Not the most fun. Lots of random people. Let's go through this kind of quickly, so I don't have to, like, attack all of these guys. Goodbye. Like that person over there hiding? Guess what? She's an elite. Got a few more things. This overseer here, he's an elite. Over there's a tin vein usually. Blink. All those guys die. This guy, your first thing. You don't want to pull him immediately. You want to try and get his elite friends. So like you come over here and you're like, I think I'll cash one of them ranged attacks. Oh. See, because he's going to die, and then this guy's going to pull. That way you can probably pull him back into this corridor, and you can battle him here without aggroing the other guy. Another option, for those of you smart enough... Yeah, I actually had to use an attack. Those of you smart enough to know classic WoW and the use of different classes, bring someone who has some crowd control. Sneak around and sap one of those two other friends. This guy drops a hammer that is usually blue in current WoW. It is not blue. Or, my favorite, have someone pull like this, by turning them into a giant turtle. Hello, turtle. Also, once that guy dies, here-ish on the minimap, 2 guards spawn, so next time you guys wipe, or someone dies and you're like, hey, you guys, run in. What's taking so long? Guess what? Those guards are elites. They will kill whoever's trying to run in. Down here is usually a chest. Not today, because I'm trying to explain that there's a chest down here. It's the only reason there's not a chest. Also, this should be obvious, but I click on this guy and loot him. It is not the same loot table as this guy. It's not the same loot table as this guy. You will have to loot every single body. Loot doesn't stack like in current WoW. No stacky. See this dude? He's dead. Ah, the Pats came. See? Those two will catch up with your group if you're not careful. Also, you come up here, you open this door. Now, the Sneed fight, much different than in current WoW. These things will swarm you, they will knock you down, and they will kill all of you. So you pull them from a distance. These two will pull together, usually, and that axe they throw knocks you down. And stuns. But they usually drop some kind of gems. Tiger's Eye, Shadow Gem. So you come in here, you want to try and pull one at a time. And you see the Sneed? Oh yeah, I can go pull him, I'll do that. No, you need to clear the room first. At least up to this guy. Clear up to this guy. If you can get this guy, that's good too. Because he's usually guarding a treasure chest. Do not go for the treasure chest until Sneed is dead. Very, very, very important. Hey, look, red woolen boots, hunting pants, some healing potions, a shotgun. Yep, that's a shotgun, alright. Mushroom. Now, see, once all these things are dead, you go for Sneed. Then you kill him. Hooray, I killed Sneed. Sneed drops out of the shredder. I think that's still the same as in current WoW. So you loot him. He drops these mage gloves, or warlock gloves, or priest gloves. Also, if they don't change the loot tables, don't be a ninja. Buzzer blade. Usually blue in current WoW. It is not. And just as before, once he dies, Pats will spawn here. they will come walking. If you decide to pause here and like regroup or something, go to the bathroom, there will be pats. They will come in and they will attack. Be careful about that. Ah. I'm not really sure who uses Agi Spirit. And I can't see them underneath my robes. But I'm sure some class would never be caught dead in Agi Spirit gear. Ah, there's a chest piece. We'll actually take that. Cool. Already got some sweet loot. Sweet loot. So you come down here. And you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this one. This is an easy place. Because all the people run out and then you grab the mechanical things down there and you battle them with it. No. Here is how you do this. If you can pull these two one at a time, it is much better. Just for the sake of demonstrating, let's assume I pulled that guy. When these guys get mad, they will run at you. And then they will summon this thing. This thing hits pretty hard. Focus the goblin. If you have a good tank, have them pull this thing off and off-tank this thing. When you kill the goblin, I'm charging my attack. When you kill the goblin, look, nothing happens. You actually have to kill them both. I know later on they added that if you kill the goblin, it despawns. Which, I think that still technically happens at some points. We'll spawn a few more robots and see what happens. I'll kill you. Nope. So that could have just been something they added later on. Let's see, we'll give it one more test. He summoned a thing. Oh, look at that. Nope. You actually... But it is better to take the goblin down, because they can summon more of those. I think they can only have one at a time. And also this. You want to clear out as much over here as you can. Pull this guy. He's gonna pull. This guy over here. He's gonna pull when you get to the end. Especially if you're dumb and you're like, oh, look! There's a treasure chest over there, usually. I think I actually saw one. What are you? Go away. Look at that, treasure chest. Someone's going to be like, oh man, I want that treasure chest. That's mine. So they'll run in here. They will pull like 3 of these guys. They will summon all minions, and you will wipe. Don't be that guy. Also, interesting tip. If you hit / ROLL, you will roll a dice. Cool thing. You can roll for the treasure chests. Now this one is kind of hard. You'll probably pull Grindel. Focus the Goblin Craftsman because he'll summon an ad. Yep, see, you pull him. If you happen to pull the second one, definitely focus them. Then when you kill him, hooray! Ooh, the mage ring dropped. Yippity skippity. Now, as before, there are some pats. They will spawn right here. If you don't bother clearing any of these out and someone dies and has to run back in, they will have 1, 2, 3 sets of pats to go through, which are both elites, and there's 2 of them in each set. Ah, here we go. This is an interesting new room. So someone's going to run over there and be like, I want to get the gunpowder. It'll be fun. You really need to clear out as much as you can here first. Because if not, you'll have some issues. See all these three guys? Now, you pick up this gunpowder. Once it is picked up, this Pat appears. If you aren't ready for him, he can usually walk in behind you and do some good damage. Especially because, you know, your healer's usually standing back here, just throwing out heals, casual heal, casual heal. Someone grabs that, they run up behind the healer, and you're in some trouble. You clear out the room. If you have a rogue or an engineer with some C4 charges, sure, you can blow open the door all secrety, sneaky sneak-like. But this is what the gunpowder you picked up was for. You load the cannon.
You there, check out that noise.
Then you get to hear Mr. Sneed. Not Sneed, Smite. Sorry. Mr. Smite yell at everyone to go and attack. Usually 2 of these warriors. Yes, repel the invaders. Usually 2 of these swordsmen. 2 swordsmen and a bird will come charging in at you. It's just what's gonna happen. I'm hoping one of these people drops a bird so that I can have a pet and I get to show you about pets. But for the time being, also, if you have anyone under level 12 in your group, like level 10s can get in here, sure, I guess, why? But you wouldn't really want to run this instance till you're around like 15 or so, because you notice like all of these things have been like 15 elites. If you have anyone under, probably under 15, but at least 12 and under, this goblin and this goblin will both pull once you come through this door. You'll be instantly slammed from the side. Just a heads up. Death. And someone's going to be like, oh look, treasure chest, yay! And since I'm level 60, I can actually see these guys. You won't be able to see them. They are sneaky sneakies. But you get to here, and you're going to pull this one and this one. If you can manage to do it without pulling Mr. Smite, that's a good thing. Because, so you get up here and you pull them, Mr. Smite pulls. In fact, they might just pull together. So you'd want to get some kind of crowd control on one of them. Then you want to kill this one. Because say you sit here and you beat down Mr. Smite, he pauses the whole thing. And these 2 are allowed to still stab you. And you can't heal. Like, look, he's hitting me for a 5th of what your health would be. He goes to the treasure chests that you wanted, and he grabs out his magic axes. Death. Death. Now, you go back here and you get him down to there.
No, you're making me angry.
Then he'll run off again. Grabs out his magic axes, puts them back, and then he brings out his smite hammer. Hammer of smiting. And he can knock down too. Be careful. He dies. You need to drop the agility blade, which is really good for hunters and rogues. And I guess technically good for a warrior too, maybe a little bit. But the axes are way better for the warrior. And the hammer is probably warrior or rat pally. Don't be a rat pally. When you get up here, usually more than this side, like these two will probably pull. Also, and when you get here, don't just immediately charge in there. Because if you have anyone, probably about these torches, when you get to these torches, if anyone is under 15, they will pull like this guy, who will in turn pull this one, and these, and this guy, and this whole wave will come running at you, and guess what? You wipe. You wipe, you wipe, you wipe, 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 wipe. Still looking for a parrot. As you can see, parrots are much harder to come by in Classic WoW. In the event that you do have some serious problems and Blizzard keeps some of its old glitches, red woolen boots. I think I had that already. Seer's boots. Hey, there's some stamina intellect gear for all of you mages out there. Say you get to here. It's also very possible to pull one of the bosses from this point, so be careful. But like when you're underneath this ledge, you can pull guys from up here. Oh, there's the boss. Captain Greenskin. You can pull him from here area if you're too low level. But, oh no, they're coming! So you run and 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 you jump. You can get here. Unless Blizzard plans to fix it, everyone will stand there at the edge and get the evade bug and just stand there until they finally reset. Problem is, if anyone isn't on the wheel, they will be swarmed by everyone that is aggroed. This treasure chest also kills a lot of people because they're like, oh, look at the treasure, I'm gonna go grab the treasure, and then he will pull because he'll be like right here when you walk up. Don't do that. Look at that little stick. Gives fire damage. Good for someone, I'm guessing. Another option, after you pull him and kill him, you can tell your healer to jump on this cannon, like this. The mobs cannot reach you, and they will just, let's see, can I get them? See, they will just stand there. Problem is, if they get aggro, then these people cannot be hit. Like if you're over here and you have aggro, whoosh, evaded. Evaded by standing perfectly still. You come over here and they instantly run down. Captain Greenskin, come on back. Ah, he dropped the hunter harpoon. Also, it's really sad, but most of the pole arms in vanilla look terrible. But that's just what they do. Okay, come out here. This and these two. I believe there's two in there. I know there's some. These guys will run out and they will try to kill you. This is Edwin Van Cleef. You'll have quests for him. He's got a lot of lore. Don't worry about it. You'll find out about him enough. Yep, there are two knifies. So he's going to come out and he's going to hit really hard. Focus his ads. And do not loot in the middle of a combat. That's a bad choice. Now. Kite him over here. Probably sheep and ad. Oh, he's immune to sheep. He's not immune to death. I see, that is Edwin Van Cleef. He is the ruler, and he dropped the awesome cape. That's good cape for anyone. And he drops this quest item. Begins a quest, takes you to stockades. Do not immediately go to stockades. That is a mistake. That's a mistake, especially if you're in here under level 15. That's a big mistake. Now, at this point, most people are like, okay, I'm going to go up here and click this button that releases me from the dungeon group. Can't do that. Can't do that. There is no dungeon group. You are in a dungeon group here. Fastest way out is through this hole into the portal. But you jump down here. At this point, you aggro those two and that guy. Then you die on your run out. So the best way... I'm going to probably aggro most of these guys. But the best way is to run back down the little ladder to here. And then slowly make your way through them out of here. So you come over here, and also Cookie, the mighty Cookie, who you probably know from the final boss of this instance in retail. Goodbye. He is not the final boss, he is an extra boss. He is optional. And he drops his Stirring Rod, which is a really good wand. That's especially good, I would honestly say, for priests, if you're going discipline. Just go wand bonus, shield bonus. And you just sit there, bubble, you use bubble, renew, and then you just kind of wand everything to death. Wand everything into oblivion. Some leather intellect gear, probably for a druid. Occasionally, there will be a treasure chest over here you can look for if you really want to. Whatever. But that is the difference in classic Van Cleef, or classic Deadmines, than it is in retail Deadmines. A lot of people in Westfall will say LFG DM for Deadmines. Makes sense, I guess, in this area. But it's also more commonly referred to as VC for Van Cleef, because Deadmines is a level, or DM is referred to as Dire Maul. It is a 3-part instance much, much later in the game. And some people get mad and are like, well, DM's clearly not Dire Maul if they're looking for it in Westfall. But DM means DM. Okay? So, don't do it. That guy back there gets to live, and he probably has the bird that I wanted. But see, you come up here, and you're like, yeah, I've made it through the dungeon. Made it through the dungeon. And you instantly leave group, or you instantly hearth or something. If you hearth, unless you are completely done with Westfall, you are an idiot. Because your hearthstone is not to be used just because I'm done with this instance, I want out. It's more for, I've been destroyed and I need to get out quick. But see, you come up here. You discover the Dagger Hills if you haven't already. And just so you know, on your map, you are here. Dungeon entrance is here. You come out here. And if you're a paladin, later on when you're like level 45 or something, I think it's something like that, you'll come over here and there will be a quest. A hidden secret quest. Now it's actually, I guess, level 20. Probably to get one of your rezzing abilities or something. But so you'll come here and be like, oh, look at this secret house with a cozy fire. Not just a normal fire, it's a cozy one. And this Daphne Steelwell.
Need help?
She'll have a quest for you, and you have to protect her from something, 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 whatever. Doesn't matter. You'll come here, you'll protect her, and then you'll win some award. But look, it's just down here, not even a map location. A lot of these places don't have map locations. But that, my friends, is classic Deadmines. So if you're gonna play classic and you think, oh, I'm gonna go here and defeat Cookie and, I don't know, battle with giant mechs. Don't do that. Don't think that. Don't do that. Follow this guide, and you too can be a level 60 mage on a private server and destroy things. But you could also know how to walk through Deadmines. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.